How to remain calm in any situation, Buddhist wisdom. There is a truth that few people realize. Most of the pain in our lives does not come from what happens outside, but from the way we think about those things. A single word can become a blade. A small failure can become a wound that lasts a lifetime. A fear that has not even happened yet can steal our sleep for many nights. It is not because life has become more cruel than before, but because the human mind is being pulled further and further away from its original stillness. Buddhism does not promise a life without storms. But Buddhism shows people how to keep the mind steady right in the middle of the storm. When the mind is trained, the outer world may still be noisy, still unjust, still full of turbulence, but within us, a space of silence begins to form. And from there, life changes not because circumstances change, but because the one who faces those circumstances is no longer the same. We often believe that happiness or suffering comes from external conditions. From money, from love, from success or failure, from praise or criticism. But Buddhism goes deeper. It is the mind itself that is the root of everything. Two people lose the same thing. One collapses for many years. The other grieves for a short time, and then stands up, continuing to live with strength. The circumstances are the same. The only difference is how the mind responds. The mind is like a lens through which we see the world. If the lens is filled with anxiety, fear, and anger, the world turns dark. If the lens is clear, awake, and peaceful, that same world suddenly becomes gentle. The Buddha once taught, "All that we are is the result of what we have thought." When the mind is restless, even small things become big. A careless word becomes a wound. A small mistake becomes a disaster. But when the mind is calm, even storms are just clouds passing across the sky. People do not lose because they are weak. They lose because they are pulled down by their own minds. One of the greatest roots of suffering is this, trying to control what cannot be controlled. We want others to change according to our will. We want the future to unfold exactly as planned. We want everything to be exactly as we desire. But life was never born to obey the ego of anyone. Buddhism calls the nature of all things impermanence. Nothing stands still. Nothing lasts forever. People change. Circumstances change. Emotions change. Success and failure are only brief waves on the endless ocean of life. When we cling to something as if it must last forever, suffering begins. When we fear losing, it is that very fear that steals our peace even before the loss truly arrives. Letting go is not giving up. Letting go is stopping the forceful attempt to bend life to our will. Letting go is sowing the seed and allowing the fruit to ripen according to its own conditions. There are things we cannot change. How other people think. The mistakes of the past. Sudden unexpected events. Things that have not yet happened. But there is one thing that is always within our reach, how we choose to respond to all of it. Letting go frees the mind. And when the mind is free, wisdom finally has space to grow. Most human suffering does not lie in the present moment. It lies in regrets about the past, anxieties about the future. Meanwhile, the present, the only place where we are truly alive, is neglected. We eat in haste. We walk in unconsciousness. We listen to others speak while our minds have long wandered elsewhere. The body is here, but the mind is somewhere else. Buddhism teaches, the present moment is the only place where peace can truly be found. When the mind returns to the breath, we realize we are still breathing. We are still alive. And this moment, even if it is difficult, is still bearable. The present is never as frightening as the scenarios our minds create. When we live in awareness, even the smallest actions become profound. Washing dishes is no longer a chore, but a form of meditation. Taking a sip of tea is no longer a habit, but a moment of living. Inhaling and exhaling are no longer unconscious, but a true return. When the mind is here, worries about the future dissolve on their own. When the mind no longer drifts into the past, regrets gradually lose their weight. One of the greatest mistakes of human beings is this: believing that they are their thoughts and emotions. We say, I am an angry person. I am a weak person. I am someone full of fear. But Buddhism teaches, you are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are the one who is observing all of them. Thoughts arrive and depart. Emotions rise and fall. Only awareness remains. When you are angry, if you become the anger itself, you will say things you later regret. If you observe the anger, you will see it dissolve like a cloud passing across the sky. There is no need to suppress emotions. You simply need to stop letting them steer your life. You can quietly say within, this is anger. This is sadness. This is fear. Just naming it is enough. You will feel it soften. When you stop absorbing the drama of life, you are no longer pulled into its whirlpool of gossip, wounds, and resentment. You step out of the role of suffering that you once believed was your destiny. No one becomes peaceful in a single day. No one masters the mind through a single fleeting moment of awakening. Peace is the result of repeated training. Just like the body becomes strong through exercise, the intellect becomes firm through learning. The mind becomes calm through daily practice. Meditation is not an escape from life. Meditation is returning to mastery over oneself. Each day, all it takes is 5 to 10 minutes of sitting still and following the breath, observing the mind when it rebels, gently bringing it back. No need for perfection. Only one thing matters: do not give up. Each time you return to the present, you are laying another brick in the foundation of inner peace. And one day you will notice. You react less. You panic less. You can pause before saying words that wound others. These are the signs of a mind that is being trained. The world is always provoking you. Through words. Through actions. Through injustice. Through unexpected collisions. Reaction is instinct. Stillness is mastery. Those who react quickly often believe they are strong. But the one who knows how to pause is the one who truly holds power. The space between stimulus and response is where freedom lies. When you are insulted, if you remain silent, it is not because you are weak, but because you understand. That battle is not worth trading your peace for. The ego is not worth paying for with your soul. Stillness helps you avoid being dragged into conflict. Stop burning yourself with anger. Avoid losing direction because of impulsive emotion. Stillness is a quiet power that only the trained can possess. You may meditate for many years. You may remain silent in conflict. You may control your emotions exceptionally well. But if your heart is still filled with judgment, resentment, and hatred, true peace has not yet arrived. Compassion is not weakness. Compassion is the wisdom that understands human suffering. Those who hurt others are often those who are hurting inside. When you truly understand this, the sharp edge of your anger begins to soften. Compassion does not mean tolerating wrongdoing. Compassion means knowing how to set boundaries without hatred. Knowing how to walk away without leaving seeds of resentment. Knowing how to protect yourself without destroying others. And above all, compassion must be offered to yourself. Knowing how to forgive your old mistakes. Knowing when to stop condemning yourself. Knowing how to treat yourself with the same gentleness you offer to others. When compassion grows, you no longer see the world through the eyes of war. You begin to see through the eyes of understanding. This world will never stop changing. Human beings will never stop changing. Uncertainty will never stop appearing. But there is one thing you can build each day: a steady mind. Through recognizing that the mind is the root. Letting go of what cannot be controlled. Returning to the present. Observing instead of identifying. Training through repetition. Choosing stillness over reaction. And nurturing compassion. Step by step, you will no longer be someone pushed around by life. You will become someone who stands firmly in the middle of the storm. Peace is not a place you visit. Peace is a place you learn to remain.
Thank you for watching until the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to watch more interesting videos.